Hey, good morning. Nice and cool in the shop this morning too. Hey, now I've got a indicator hooked up to the Wohlhaupter UK4. Put a little piece of brass hex into one of the locking screw holes. Got a Noga arm and an interrapid indicator, and I'll move this over to the work and we can dial something in. Okay, I'll be right back. See if we can't get this dialed in a little bit here. Okay, where are we here? That's low. Move it this way. We're getting pretty close anyway. Back it off a little bit. Well, I hope you're all doing well. Oh, very close here now. This is an old hydraulic piston that was kicking around here. I've been doing some of the basic cuts on it, and it does really well on the angles, but it has some sticking problems on the 0 and 90-degree settings. So, and I think I've got that worked out. See, we're all dialed in there within a thousandths. Okay, I'll get a cutting tool in there. I'll be right back. Okay, let's do a standard facing cut on here, like the standard facing heads, the Wohlhaupter. Now, this one has two collars for feed, like the 1 through 3 type heads. I think more like the 1 and 2. So it's gonna feed horizontally, and we're gonna start working down this shoulder. And let's give it a try and see if we can get it to cut. Everything's clear. Here we go. Running about 250. And I'm going to grab the top collar, and it'll start feeding. At least I think it will. I might be cutting a little deep. Now see, it's starting to chatter a little bit. And if that happens, you can let the top collar slip and reduce that feed. Okay, the pin popped out. It's got a feed pin. Let me get it in neutral. I'll show you what I'm battling on this. It's still a little bit stiff, so the feed pin acts like it's hitting the stop. So let's start it again and feed it. See if it'll do it. No. Oh, I didn't get it in gear. It really helps to get it in gear. Let's see if we're locked up or doing anything really weird. It seems okay. Get it in gear. Okay, here we are. it's a go. Okay, let's see if we can get that to feed. Now I think it popped out again, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it did. It's still a little bit sticky in that horizontal mode, but it's getting better. I've got quite a few hours on this thing. Now wait a minute, maybe it's just not real happy in that spot. I don't know. Okay, we'll re-engage it and try it. There it is. We're still in gear. Okay, it's feeding. Yeah, just a little bit, it's got spots where it's a little bit sticky. So, okay, so you can see it facing like the standard Wohlhaupter head. Okay. And it did a good job. Now, let's cut an angle on this top here, and I'll change out the tool in kind of a different configuration. Let's see if we can't cut a shallow angle, and I'll be back with that. Okay, I'm going to do one more quick demo with that UK4 Wohlhaupter rotary milling head, and I just chipped up my carbide form for trying one operation. What I have to do is make some special tools. We'll do that in the next couple of weeks. But I'm going to regrind my boring bar. You can see it's got a big chip out of it here. And I thought I'd bring you along. Right here, I can sit you right on this cutter grinder table. I'm going to take this dressing stick and touch up this diamond wheel just a little bit. You can see that outer band kind of get a little bit lighter. There. Okay, I'm going to get around the back side of this. Eventually here I'm going to have a little bit more room, and I will move things around a little bit. But there's no big hurry. Okay, getting that thing closed. This is about the best place to be. Grinding. I try to be up front there where you are, but it's, you can't see nothing. How we doing? I don't think so. Let me see if I'm banged it up. No, we're okay. Looks good. Sometimes you feel a little bit of a bump. You wonder if you're not binding up to something. I got a vacuum going here too. There we go. I'm grinding on it. This is a brazed carbide boring bar. Of my own design. Cincinnati #2 tool and cutter grinder, made in about 1942. And I got this boring bar in the all-tool Rotary. There are quite a few fixtures like this that were made, some fairly recently. I believe this one was made in 1948. Okay, I think I'm very good there. Get that just a slight polish. I'm going to have to work on that shank just a little bit there. Oh, that looks good. Okay. Have a look at that. And we'll power it down and put that in the boring head. Be back in a minute. I'm going to have to make some tooling to cut external bevels. The standard tools I have just aren't going to work at all. But the one cut I'll make with this here, probably the last cut until I regroup with new tools, is I got to get that plug back in if it's not already, is to use the straight down feed. I've got it adjusted so the feed is going straight down, and we'll cut this external surface here, the OD, without using the knee or the quill, but the power feed that's built into the UK4 head. So I'll get a little bit of lube on there to keep the aluminum from welding up on the tool. And I think, let's see, let's set this right here. Hope you don't fall over here. Okay, let's get that button in. Okay, now it's in gear and ready to feed. Okay. Okay, that looks good. To get it in gear over here, running in back gear. Okay, we'll start cutting to see if anything comes loose. Triple check everything. Everything looks good. Oh, quill was loose. Okay, I knew there was something. Okay, here we go. Running about 250. Now I'm going to grab the collar and try to ease it into that piece of metal. Okay, whoop. Hold on. Still acting a little bit sticky. Hold on, set you here. Got a lot of chips. Got a little foot on that camera. I can kind of set things down there. Well, that some reason we're stuck, and I don't know why. It just sometimes sticks. I'm guessing. Okay, I think it'll go again. Let's see. Find that. There's one little spot that feed button kicks in. This is a finicky thing, I'll tell you what. Can't seem to get that back in now. Hold on, take it out of gear. turn that, maybe you can see what I'm doing. Here's the button right there. And it takes a lot of pressure, and you got to turn the collar and find, there it is. Okay. Let's see if we can make that work again. It found a sticky spot. It seems to find the sticky spots either cutting straight, vertical, or horizontal. Get that back into gear. Yeah, nope, get in there. That's it. Okay, give it a try. Okay, I got it. Okay, let's grab that collar and see if it'll feed. No, for some reason it's sticking on me. You know, I don't get it. I got a little quilt distance here. See, you're troubleshooting this thing with me right now. What in the world is going on? Let's see if I have something locked that shouldn't be. What if I have something that isn't locked that shouldn't be locked? Let's try that. Well, that's interesting. Okay, I didn't know I couldn't have that lock feeding straight down. Okay, we're still in gear. Okay, let's see if something happens now. Okay, all looking clear. Oh, I had the quill. Let me pull that quill down a little bit. There we go. Now I'll lock the quill. The feed is only 2/1000ths. No, well, if I grab it. Now it popped out. Yeah, I kind of don't understand what's happening. I'll tell you what, I'll be back in a minute and fiddle with this thing. Okay, I've got the center block retracted up all the way, so I'll crank the quill down and get it to start the machine's quill, and then I'll lock it as soon as it starts cutting, and we'll try to cut again. And it might have just been a little bit at the end of a travel or something there, but let's give that a shot again. We are in gear. Start it up. All looks good. Okay, ease it down with the quill here. I'll put a little tension on it. Yeah, this head, it's kind of funny, it's really quite strong, but yet it's kind of delicate at the same time. How are we looking there? We're getting awful close. Okay, that's it. Gonna lock it. Let's start feeding it in and see if we can cut the outside of that. You know, it doesn't really like that load going straight down and kicks out the clutch. So I think what I have to do in that circumstance is back off the cut. So let's take and back it off with this screw here. Now when it's in the horizontal position, that screw does not do anything. Okay, let's try that. That moved it back some. We'll get that button pushed back in. Thank you for having so much patience with this. If I can do it from behind, that would sure be nice. It takes there it is. It went back in. Okay. So we looking. If it's going opposite, I'm gonna back it up a little bit this way. Okay, let's give that a shot. I left it in gear. All the pins are in. This is a little bit, still a little sticky. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's a lot lighter cut. Now that's the head feeding, not the machine. Not the knee or the quill on the machine. That's the head actually doing that cut. Okay, I found out that it only likes to do light cuts in the vertical mode. It'll do some substantially, heavier cuts. Yeah, we're almost down to the bottom of that. I'm going to shut it off and have a look at it. It's a nice finish. Definitely a good finish. That's your Wohlhaupter tool there. Okay, now I can demonstrate the rapid return. And to do that, now there's, let me get this thing, a lot of chips here. There's, yeah, I think you can see things here. Okay, so this one's got to pop out, and then it's best to pop this one in. Let me find that one. that one goes right on 0, and 0 is not that easy to find. The markings on the head are, here's 0, are faint. They're pretty hard to see. There, see that snapped in? So now when I run it forward, this is meant to run it one direction. I don't know if it'll cut in reverse, but it's got an arrow on it that says rotation. So that's in the normal direction. Now the tool will reverse. So I'm turning it on, it's hitting the correct rotation, and here it is. Okay. Now I can grab the collars, and the tool will rapidly return, leaving some marks on the work there. That tells me that's a real light cut, and it left some marks going back, and that tells me that the little gibs need to be adjusted in there to reduce that. So this head still needs a little bit of work, and I will be back in a little bit with a closing. Okay, in this number 2 Brown Sharpe horizontal milling machine with the sliding vertical attachment, high-speed vertical attachment at that. It's got the Wohlhaupter UK4 rotary milling head, and it's set to cut a straight OD, okay? And we'll do it right now, and it's taken a while to get to this because this thing is an older head, and it's a little bit sticky, but it seems to be working good. The more I make the cuts, the more the thing works, kind of the way things are. We are in gear, so I'm going to grab this collar, and it's going to feed straight down. So here we go. Grabbing the collar, and it's cutting. Now the machine's not feeding at all. It's all in the head there. Nice finish too. Now if you're using a head like this and it doesn't have a selection of speeds, you can let the collar slip like I'm doing like that, and that'll affect a finer feed for you. Just because it's got that collar doesn't mean you have to have a death grip on it. Yeah, that's working really good. It's not kicking out or anything, but it's still a little bit sticky. So I'll keep cutting. We'll get to the end of this. It's an interesting concept anyway, that they came up with this in 1948. Okay, I'm going to call that good. Shut it off and put on the brakes. Okay, thanks for watching.